The size of your head.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and not worry about that today. Today I have a different, a different job title. Today I'm an interviewer.
Right.
Not a fascinating subject.
Can you flip the screen away?
So you can't look at yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that. One sec.
Thanks.
There.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now I can look at the camera.
Good. That's always a good thing to do. So this is about your atheism pod that you've created.
Right.
How much traffic do you have there on your atheism pod?
Very little.
Yeah, just a few diehards?
Just me, and then Penderis did one.
Oh, don't out them. People go there to find out who
Penderis doesn't care. He's out.
No, I don't care. It's not about that. I was just teasing. Just being funny. But it wasn't. Obviously, it was a terrible joke.
It was awful.
I'm a terrible interviewer so far. But let's just continue anyways.
So, yeah. So no, we're not. We don't have. It's just basically me posting.
Yeah. Okay. And what's the reason for the need for an atheism pod here on Wheelchairs? What about that?
Well, just...
I know. I already know why, but I'd like you to tell the people why.
So, just so that atheists have a place to go and write things down that they want to write down. That's it. Like, there's a lot of religion. Like, there's a lot of pods
talk of religion. Oh, you mean there's a lot of other options for religious.
Right, but then I was looking at it and I was thinking I wonder why nobody posts. Then I got thinking, well, maybe they feel like a bit intimidated because they don't think there's somebody else out there that feels the same.
Right.
And that's really the only reason. It's actually the same reason why I did the Looney Bin pod.
Which is very unsuccessful so far.
Right, but
just so you know.
But the fact that people can see and say, oh, okay, like I'm not alone anyhow. Even if they just watch.
Place of discourse. Right?
Yeah, even if they just watch and think about it or whatever. That's all it was. But yeah, that's the reason I made it. I just saw that there was a lot of places to go if you have a religion. Like, there's a lot of...
If you want to talk about Jesus, for instance, if you want to talk about Jesus and God, there's lots of places for you to go hang out. Lots of people that want to talk about that with you.
If you are talking about Jesus and God in a positive
exactly
way, like they exist.
I see what you're saying. So they don't appreciate your negative Jesus and God.
No, like if I just started going in, and that's the other thing. Like
not negative, but your questioning. They don't appreciate your questioning or your poking out at their.
But when I go in, like the way it's set up is the only relevant interest that I can post under, like or what most people would call tags, is religion.
Right.
And so I kind of like it does bother me a little bit like that they're I shouldn't say it bothers me, but I'm sure it bothers other people when they go to look at their religion interest.
And find you there.
Yeah, and there's like me kind of
like
slapping them in the face with
logic.
No,
I'm just
you're just being
inflating.
The devil's
I'm inflating the witness here. Is that the word?
I don't know what it is, but you also don't believe...
Flaming the witness.
You don't believe the same as I do.
I was going to ask you one other question. Are agnostics invited to your soiree? What about
anybody's
Satanists?
invited?
What about...
Anybody is invited, right? As long as they...
Pagans?
As long as they're respectful. Like, you can come in and disagree with what we're saying, or what I guess what I'm saying. Right. But, you can't come in and just start trolling and like you'll be good.
And what is the role in having a place? Like, what is the ultimate goal of? What is the goal of your religion? What is the goal of your
of atheism?
Yeah, what is
just
the goal
to
of
give
atheism?
people free thought,
choice.
Yeah, like not. I don't think anybody everybody's born an atheist and they're taught, religion. I don't think any. Probably more nowadays that are like kids are taught to be atheists, like, and that with the girls I never pushed, like, if they wanted to believe in Jesus they can believe in Jesus, like I've always
nothing personal.
I just always like think about it, stop and think about what you're doing. Like when something's pushed
Just
on
don't
you,
accept
since,
things without questioning them. Is what you're saying.
right? When something's pushed on you since you're like basically born, like when I don't know how old kids are when they're baptized, but I was probably like 3 or something. I don't know. But yeah, when you're raised and like that's pushed into you as fact and knowledge over the course of your life, then when you become an adult, it's hard for you to rationalize life. Like to me, I've never been able to rationalize. Even when I did go to church, as a kid, I was just like, "What? This makes no sense."
Right.
And
There's
when
definitely
I
some holes in the face.
and when you're a child and you question it, that's when you can be like squashed down, and that's what happened a lot with me. Yeah. Like they would.
Just
like
shut
quit,
you up.
yeah, quit,
shut up.
Quit being a troublemaker. Quit making a disturbance.
You're the one who's the problem because you point out the inconsistencies.
Right,
and
it was just stuff like Noah's Ark and stuff like that. Like I'd be like,
right,
how,
that's a hard one to swallow. That was going to be one of my questions. What do you think are some of the Bible's biggest?
Well,
I can't get it behind
most of it. I can get behind a lot of what the Bible
I'm just saying,
says.
like if you want to believe the story, you want to believe all the religious dogma, you want to notice the fact that it's completely from man's perspective and ignores half the universe, or half the population. That's your business.
Half the universe, way more. Like the Bible is centered in this very small area, like the Middle East, like some.
And isn't it weird that it's like white conservative people that use it to? Maybe that's another
to use
topic.
it to ostracize
exactly. Not
brown.
Yeah.
I
did have one more question.
That was generalizing.
I don't want to cut you off if you have more to say. I just don't want to forget this great question that I have, which is.
Oh,
we're almost done. Timer's up.
Half hour. Like
half an hour work. Okay, I'll make it super fast.
That off if you could.
I'll make it super fast. No, it's now a timer. The question is. If you were to have, let's say, an experience that would bring you to a place where you all of a sudden change your belief system, what would it have to look like? What would it look like? What would it have to be? Would it have to be like people coming from the skies with marching bands, like it was all a big thing. This is God.
I'd be satisfied with.
Would you be satisfied to find out there was a God, or would you be disappointed?
I would be very disappointed in God.
Oh yes, fair enough. That's another topic though. But if you found out there was a God, like based on your belief system where you do not believe there is a God, would you be disappointed or would you be happy? What would you think of that?
I would be disappointed because
it's been so quiet.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I would be disappointed because to think that this is what a God chose for his.
Or maybe this is just like a beloved thing gone out of control, like an experiment gone wild, like humans gone bad. Maybe like
the thing is, like, going back to the Great Flood. I don't know how great it was, but so all of this water just came out of the heavens.
The flood before and after the dinosaurs. That's way after the dinosaurs. Then.
Yeah,
we do have some problems with the timeline here.
So there's this massive flood wipes out all of civilization because of their evil doing, and then keeps Noah and his kids. Well, what kind of bloodline were Noah and his kids putting back into the world when this is what we end up with? Like,
you make a good point. And on that, I just want to just raise everyone's consciousness and let them know that there's more than one choice. You don't have to.
Yeah, because you don't believe in any of that stuff.
Well, I have different beliefs, and if you want to discuss it, I'd be happy to discuss it with you. But if you don't care, then that's fine too. I'm not going to push my. It's like a dick. They say it's like a dick. It's good to have it, but you don't want to wave it around in your face. So I won't wave it around your face.
And you don't want to
shove
it down your children's throats.
No, and I don't want to shove it down my children's throats either.
So, I'd like to discuss that you don't really believe in any one thing.
I think that's another. I think it's another discussion, and maybe not for the atheism pod, but I'm happy to have that discussion with you, just not for the atheism pod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that's cool.
All right.
If you're interested, we can have that discussion. If you're interested. So, anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit about your atheism. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Yeah. So I'm interested in your atheism pod. I love that you have different ideas than me. I think it's good to have different ideas, and anything's possible. So of course, everything should be represented. Everything should be represented.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta get going to work.
Ciao.